Let's go. Content queen, but my crown's been tilted. I make dope shit, but y'all don't feel it. And I edit so much, I could do it in my sleep. Create so much, I think it runs in my genes. Content queen, but my crown's been tilted. I make dope shit, but y'all don't feel it. And I edit so much, I could do it in my sleep. Create so much, I think it runs in my genes. That's GoziTV.
Hey y'all, welcome back to GoziTV. Okay. All right. I am not a life coach. I am not a motivational speaker, even though I love to motivate people. Live your best life. I love to pour into people. That's great. But for the most part, I am just a Sagittarius woman. If you guys are not so in touch with like astrology and you don't know what your signs mean and you know you're a particular way and there's some traits about you, but you just don't know why. Well, I know why I am the way I am. So, Sagittarius is ruled by the planet Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of luck, abundance, and whimsically goodness. So if you don't know many Sagittarius women in your life, think about some of the ones that you do. What are some main attributes of them? Are they super like whimsically and things kind of happen for them and they always have something positive to say to uplift the next person? Those are traits of a lot of Sagittarius women. And if you notice, a lot of things that they speak about or kind of just say out loud, they kind of come to fruition. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like, how did that happen, right? So because Jupiter is ruled by luck, good things will just come to us, yes? And I'm not trying to be like, oh yeah, everything good happens. That's not the same, okay? So when you're a Sagittarius, you automatically are going to be in the realms of like good things, like positive, like opportunities are going to come your way, but I've met some Sagittariuses and that is not the case for them simply because they don't think it. They don't embrace exactly their sign. Astrology aside, their mindsets are just in places that their awesome, like magic, the magic that's going to happen to them, they kind of like halt it. So when you are a Sagittarius and you also like live in the truth of like, yes, anything is possible, that's where the magic is. So close your eyes. We're about to do an exercise real quick. Close your eyes, I said. Okay. So, okay, open them, whatever. The reason why it seems like things are always popping for Sagittarius, or like things happen for them, it's like, she gets everything, of course that happened to you, is simply because we think it'll happen no matter how ridiculous, no matter how crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have the highest credit score. I don't have the highest amount of money in my bank account, but I've manifested my dream home in LA. I've manifested my career. I've manifested like things that I saw for myself simply because I saw it. So close your eyes. First things first, to get what you want and live this whimsically life that everyone essentially wants to live, like the things we saw when we were little, you have to think them and see them in your head. So if I'm like, hey, what would you like to do? And you're like, I don't know. I'm like, well, what do you see? And you're like, well, I don't know. Well, close your eyes. And a lot of the things that we see in our heads, they're so ridiculous. So then when we open our eyes, it's kind of like, oh, that'll never happen. Sagittarius women, we'll close our eyes and we'll see something so grandiose, something so wild. And we're just like, yes. So what we see in our heads, we create and make it come to life like magic. Like magic. And if you don't take anything from this video, take the fact that a lot of things start from in your head. Don't think that, oh, I'm not a Sagittarius, I can't make it happen. Yes, you can, because the things in my head probably shouldn't even like actually come to fruition like in a real actual life, but in my whimsically Disneyland, I make those things happen. You got to see something inside of yourself. You have to close your eyes, and even if it's so ridiculous, if you can see it for yourself and not push it to the back of your mind, you will spend more time pushing it to the front of your head and out of your head and into fruition into your life. Dang, did you feel that? You gotta feel it, because you know, the older I'm getting, I'm realizing that a lot of people don't really have no vision. And it's not because they don't have a vision, it's because that vision scares them and they think that they can't get it, and they think that it's so whimsically and that'll never happen. And it's because you don't see it for yourself, so you're not willing to like even put in the work to make it happen. But just because it's in your head and it seems crazy and ridiculous, that doesn't mean it can't happen. That's the problem. Most people think that what they see, they almost, it gets to the point that they don't think it can happen so much that they like block it out to the point where they don't see it. If I ask you, what do you see for your life, or what kind of life would you have? And you're like, I don't know. You know. You're just too afraid to make it a reality. Sagittarius women, we not like that. We're not. I'm not like that. And sometimes, you know, maybe people won't like that about me, or maybe it's just like too much. But we don't care, because we get to live these whimsically lives because we have these visions and we're like, gonna make it come to life. We have no other choice. And then because we put that effort, it happens to us. You might not know a lot about astrology, but you have to know that your dreams and what you see inside of your head is real, and you can make it come to life. You don't have to know about astrology, but you need to know that. But when you start learning a little more about astrology and then you start like implementing that stuff, listen, I believe in God. I believe in God. I go to church sometimes too, but I'm a straight up Sagittarius, and we ride that stuff till the wheels come off. It feels so good to make this video because sometimes I feel like I be losing my mind, and I'm just like, why am I so whimsically? And then I'm just like, oh, I don't know any other way. If you know any Sagittariuses, tag them in this video if you want me to do more astrology, because I am so in tune with my sun sign, it makes no sense. And things start making more sense to you when you start knowing people's signs and you tap a little more into astrology. Things start making more sense. So it's not like, oh my God. And Gozi is so full of herself. She thinks she can just have it all. Well, I'm an archer. That's what Sagittariuses are. We're archers. So if we see something and we want it, we're just gonna shoot it. Sagittariuses don't necessarily have to chase. They just kind of see it, want it, shoot it, it's ours. Oh, we saw it in our heads. Okay, well in reality, I'm gonna shoot it with my arrow and it's gonna be mine, and it's like my reality. So I know this video sounds very like, what's she talking about? But it's real. This is a life that I live. I didn't realize that I was such a lucky person until I started to realize like, oh shit. Yeah, definitely. There's a new breed of mosquito here in Los Angeles, California, and I thought I put on enough bug spray. Whoo, thought wrong. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel if you want me to do more astrology videos based on Sagittarius, because I can't speak for everybody. I can speak on some other things, but I can't speak for other signs. Like this video, close your eyes. What do you see? Do not push it in the back of your head. Push it to the front so you can push it out and live that life you want. All right, subscribe to GoziTV, and I will see you guys very soon.
GoziTV.